Yo, this hot, this the spot, there it is, pod.com. We're interviewing the best comedians, so tune in quick and get your ears receiving them. We talking about life and life to stream right to you, from the microphone right to your home, dude. Side note, this might get embarrassing, but no, don't sweat, yo, cause there it is.
Welcome to the There It Is podcast, a comedy podcast to help you find your inspiration. I'm your host, Jason Farr. Let's do this. Thanks so much for joining us. We have a great episode here today with the Of the Show gang talking all that pop about the Oscars. But first, big thanks to Clayton Smith for supporting the podcast. It's also his second time supporting us, so we greatly appreciate it doubly this time. If you too want to support the podcast, and also if Bono the Edge, Larry Mullins Jr., and Adam Clayton want to support the podcast, you all can. Just go to thereitispod.com and click on the support button. On to today's show, we have a great chat about the Oscars and the Scrubs revival. At the very beginning of the chat, you're going to hear our real-time reactions to the Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Picture categories. And we jump from one to the next before talking about Scrubs and then getting back to talking about the Oscars and more. It's a fun one. Here's my chat with the Of the Show gang.
I hope it's Michael B. Jordan. Yes.
Wow.
What? I thought it was going to be Wagner or Timmy.
No. They were saying Timmy for the longest time, but then people haven't liked his campaign recently, and that it was Michael B. Jordan that had usurped him.
Yeah, there was somebody on NPR the other day who, because of the infamous ballet and opera line, even though it was just a throwaway side comment, someone made the joke of something like how to lose an Oscar in 10 days.
That's fine.
But you shouldn't have gone back to Baltimore. You shouldn't have gone back to Baltimore. I'm just saying.
He really shouldn't have.
He really shouldn't have.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. And even the people from One Battle After Another are emotional about his win. I mean, he's our guy now. He's been our guy for a minute.
He's almost like, and I don't want to be reductive with this, but he's almost like the next Denzel now.
Oh, absolutely.
Is he not?
Absolutely.
Jesse Buckley.
Jesse.
Oh, wow.
The immediate emotions.
Okay, here we go. Well, one battle after another.
Here's the bit. Yeah, probably. I just wanted to be sinners.
One Oscar after another.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Yes.
Here's the deal. What he just handed an Oscar to
Maya Rudolph.
Here's the deal. He directed He directed The Master and There Will Be Blood. He deserves this. I'm sorry.
He's made a lot of great movies.
It's just like I have a frustration with this about like people like getting an Oscar. You know,
it's a good movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I did not like this movie.
Really?
Did you finish it?
Yes.
Oh, but didn't you watch it over a few days?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's the best way to.
Oh, see, I literally went and saw it in the theater
without
watching a preview for it.
Oh, wow.
I purposely did not watch anything about it. I went in blind.
Yeah, that was a good way to do it.
One more bit.
So dirty. Oh, that was I can't believe they actually had a Marvel stinger.
Yeah. Well, that was the Oscars. You heard our reactions to the last couple of big awards. We'll get more into the Oscars and the telecasts and the winners in a second, but let's chat briefly about Scrubs. And who we have here is we have the Of the Show gang. We've got brother of the show, Trey.
Hooch is legitimately crazy.
Best friend of the show, Rob.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Sean.
Nobody cares, Sean. Nobody cares.
And wife of the show, Justina.
I'd like to thank the show gang. Without you guys, I just know that I never would have made it here. And this is for you. This is for you guys. Yeah.
Very ugly.
Wow, didn't thank your husband.
You're
and
not-
I'm Jason Farr. I already said that at the top of the show. So,
You know what happened when Hillary Swank forgot to thank her husband?
they got
Yeah, I
divorced.
think they got divorced.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's a true thing.
But then
Yep.
she realized she married the lesser low.
Yeah, of course, Ben Affleck, when he was honoring Jennifer Garner, said, marriage is work.
Yeah. Ouch.
Famous
Ouch.
romantic
Yeah.
word. I mean, I get what he was saying.
Because he
was
went
saying-
on to say there's nobody else I'd want to work with than you or something.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
she worked really hard in the marriage.
I
get
love
it.
I love Ben Affleck, but he really fucked up there. So
Yeah.
just
Well-
They
legendary.
were a great couple.
Yeah.
Two kids.
Yeah. So we've got the new season of Scrubs here. They're calling it a revival. In some places, it looks like it's season 1 of Scrubs, and in other places, it's looked at as season 10. It kind of depends what source you're at, but nevertheless, they are treating it like season 9 did not happen, which in my heart and soul is how I've treated it ever since that season ended. I don't even own it on DVD like I do the other 8. But yes, Scrubs, I've really enjoyed the season so far. I think it started off pretty strong. I do miss Dr. Cox on the
Oh,
show.
I do too.
But he is going to be in a couple more episodes.
Yeah.
It's smart to use him as a, when JD starts hitting a breaking point, needing to talk to somebody. So
It was. I feel very old, and he kind of he looked old, and so like it was
Yeah.
a little hard. It was
Yeah.
like he wasn't throwing his fastball. Like
Right.
I mean, it was like it was there, but it wasn't like what it used to be. So that was kind of like
which
I
kind
was
of worked
actually.
for the character, but
It does.
Yeah.
It works
I'm
for the-
wondering if
but
that was
yeah.
a choice as
It
opposed
could
to
be.
him.
It may be.
Because
Maybe.
have you all
Yeah.
watched Rooster yet? It's the
No,
Bill
I-
Lawrence HBO Max show.
not yet.
No, I'm
Got a bunch
gonna
of great
watch it.
people
I've
on
been
it.
watching DTF St. Louis though, but I've not watched that one yet. So yeah.
So McGinley's in that, which is probably
Rooster.
actually why he's not in as more episodes of Scrubs.
Yeah.
And he's playing a different kind of character, but I don't think he's incapable of the fastball based on what I saw in Rooster.
Mhm.
Do you
So I think it was probably
yeah.
a choice.
Do you think that it's basically there's two showrunners now? It's Taylor Sheridan and Bill Lawrence. Like,
Yes.
because you've got Scrubs now, you've got Shrinking. They're having another season of Ted Lasso coming back, and he's got. I didn't know he had Rooster, so that was
Yeah.
I've seen the preview for the show, but because of the other HBO properties I watch, and so but
Those
yeah,
are the 2 big
yeah.
names, I guess now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
didn't
honestly,
think about
The new
And I-
Berlanti and new Dick Wolf.
yeah.
that.
And you know
Yeah.
what? I don't know if I like some
And
Taylor
Shonda
Sheridan
Rhimes.
properties.
Mhm.
She didn't have shit. What does she have now?
Nothing
You-
now. I was saying
Yeah, she used
Yeah.
to be like Ryan Murphy, I guess. but
I would
Yeah.
have mentioned her before Berlanti. It's not like
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah.
Well, Berlanti had more, I think, higher volume than Shonda
Yeah.
Rhimes at one point.
yeah, because of the CW shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think the show has still been a lot of fun. I
Yeah.
think they have found the right tone, and it does
Mhm.
match the early years.
Mhm.
One thing about the show, though, is that I kind of liked the image when it was on NBC a little more than when it was on ABC.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I mean, they can't go back to the way it looked in 2000.
No.
NBC, it was a little more realistic.
There's
kind
like a
of like-
blue hazy
Yeah.
shine on the
Mhm,
ABC
mhm,
version.
mhm.
And that was the case when it moved to ABC.
Yeah.
And it just has a gloss on it that I don't. But these are minimal things to complain about.
Yeah.
Like the show has been really solid.
Yeah.
But let's go around the horn here. RIP, around the horn. And we've all been watching the show. Justina, why don't you start us off? What do you feel about the Scrubs revival?
I'm really liking it. I love it. I do see why some people are criticizing it. I do think that if you didn't know it going in, like fresh eyes, like you'd never seen Scrubs before, I don't think it would be as enjoyable. I think it'd be hard. Like there's so many references and characters and hooch and all that, and it's just like it hits hard because stuff, if you've watched it before.
Sure.
And I don't think it would hit as hard if it was like a brand new audience. So I'm nervous for its future for that.
It's gotten good ratings, I will say that.
Yeah, certified fresh.
And it is like watching, the fourth sequel to Fast and the Furious and being like, I don't get it. It's like, well, start over at the beginning. Like that. So I'm not, I think anyone who's watching it, watch the original.
I do think that it's hard to say since I watched the original, but I do think they execute it in a way where you can be new and understand it and get to know the characters and be interested in it, particularly with the newbies.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah,
like you said, it hits harder for those of us who saw the original.
Yeah.
But I don't think it doesn't hit for somebody who's new. I think it's just not the same level.
And what else were you going to mention?
That's it. I think it's a great show. I'm really enjoying it. I like the newbies a lot.
Yeah, they're good. They're solid. Trey, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I also think it's great. I think they had nice callbacks, like the way they updated the handing of the X-ray in the opening credits and utilizing the new technology where they're swiping it to the screen instead of putting it up there. The little Pac-Man machine reference going back to the original pilot.
Yeah.
And so much growth in characters. One of the things that makes this kind of revival great, and I'll also mention a show that's not nearly as good, but like Boy Meets World. I mean, it was good. It's just not on the level of Scrubs. Like Boy Meets World that became then Girl Meets World when Corey and Topanga were the parents. Like we lived with these characters going through the same stuff, like if you were of that generation. And so now we're getting to relive a new part of our lives with the same characters. And I kind of compare it, like I've been thinking a lot about Law and Order that's been on since 1990. And you can see the change in police tactics because of new technology. Like DNA was barely a thing in the beginning. They were plopping quarters into the pay phones to call in beeper calls and stuff like that. And then you see all of the growth and changes since then. I think with Scrubs, technically you probably could have done that and seen the change in medicine, but I think they're actually better off for having not been on the air continuously. And now we're hopping back in to see this new level of how healthcare is handled and how the characters are dealing with it, and seeing how Dr. Cox dealt with it and therefore handed it off to JD, and just a heartfelt moment of how he did that, but he was still Dr. Cox.
Yeah.
And
Really?
yeah. And the his hatred for you and the fact that he wants to take the job will keep me warm at night. Like that. right after this really heartfelt message of I wanted to remind you of how very good at this you are.
Yeah.
Like you go from tearing up to laughing your ass off.
Yeah. Which is what the show always was great at.
Always. Kind of like at the Oscars. Thanks, Conan. Thanks, In
And I like-
Memoriam.
Yeah, we'll get to that part.
And I like how they incorporate the Gen Z characters, because a lot of content out there now goes too far one way or the other. They either too far Gen Z sucks, or too far millennials or Gen
Boomers
X
or
sucks.
Gen X, yeah.
Yeah, and this was really showing how both generations can be good, and they were lampooning real things that Gen Z does. Like I loved how Dr. Cox still had a zinger for TikTok Dot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you learn why she's like that, and she maybe needs to balance it better, but it's great stuff.
It's also a storyline on sort of
The Pit.
on the Pit. They're like two storylines that have matched.
Yeah,
It's
I started watching The Pit. I'm still in season 1, and so I laughed when Bill Lawrence in an interview said, "Yeah, we just take scripts from The Pit and add jokes to
them, yeah.
But it really is similar without one stealing from the other.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But Jason, you're gonna appreciate this story because we talked about it before. Just a quick little side story to make my point. When Anthony, why am I blanking on his last name, from ER?
Edwards.
Anthony Edwards, when he had his last episode,
Mhm.
they flashed back. He'd taken a week away, the character, to basically die in peace because he was dying of cancer.
Mhm.
And so the episode flashed back and showed how he left the hospital and then kind of went through the story. And on his way out, he said to Dr. Carter, "You set the tone, Carter." And I didn't think anything of it at the time, but this is an era where like TNT was still the We Know drama, We Dare, all of the repeat stuff. So literally like the next day, TNT was airing the pilot episode of ER, which I watched live, but I didn't recognize any similarities to what I had just seen in Anthony Edwards' last scene. But somewhere in there, because Anthony Edwards was like the chief resident or something like that, William H. Macy was sitting him down and explaining, "You set the tone, Mark. They all rally around you." And so now you see this through line.
Yeah.
And they continued it past Anthony Edwards because Carter said it to
someone,
to somebody else when Noah Wiley left the show. And so I pay a lot more attention to those kinds of callbacks now because of that experience. And just because I was excited to see Scrubs, I had watched like the first however many episodes before the new season started. And because of that, I caught a very, not word for word, but a very similar kind of callback that happened in the Scrubs first. So like in the original series, episode 2, My Mentor, this is when JD was trying to get a guy to stop smoking and was like really trying to rally around that and thought that Dr. Cox was really eaten up inside about it too, and went to his apartment and tried to cheer him up and thought he was too lonely. So I'll be there for you. And so at the end, Dr. Cox says to him, "Turns out we can't save people from themselves, newbie. We just treat them. We're going to treat that kid with a respiratory problem. And when he comes back with cancer, we'll go ahead and treat that too. Smokers, drinkers, druggies, fatties, whatever. All I'm saying is that if you keep living and dying on whether or not a person changes, well, you're not going to make it as a doctor. That's all." So then the mirror image in the new series, episode 2, is My Second First Day, is where the British doctor was trying to get the prescriptions for the patient who couldn't afford it.
Oh, okay.
And so JD gave him the rope to try to do it, but then realized you're taking too much, because now in medicine, you've got to treat 5 patients an hour or you're not efficient. And so JD's got to make him understand that. And so then JD comes in and he's going to help the kid, but he says to him, "You're going to meet a whole lot of Stanleys in your career with bills they can't pay and treatments they can't afford. And if you let every single one of them break your heart, you're going to have a very short career."
Yeah.
And the kid looked away. So JD said, "Look at me. We do the most good we can in a single shift. And then, as hard as it is, we go home. That is the job."
It's a great show.
I thought you were going to refer to like the lady that Elliot wanted to save, that she wouldn't get the heart.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought that
Yeah.
was who. I thought that was going to be the callback, because he kind of said something similar then too to her about how, we can't do it. We can't, we just have to basically. I can't remember exactly what he said verbatim, but it was basically kind of like, we can only do so much, and then they die, and that, or they don't listen to us, or they do, but we have to move on. He kind of told her about that. So yeah.
Yeah, because he said,
Yeah.
you're not an intern. You know this.
Yeah,
Elliot."
yeah, that's right. He said that to her. So
Yeah.
Well, Rob, what did you think? What do you think of what Scrubs has been so far?
I like the show so far. I definitely like the new females on the show. I don't know if I like the guys yet. The British guy's okay. The other guy, he's okay. Like the what's his name? The tall handsome guy.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
he's okay. But like obviously, like I like both the surgical interns.
Oh, yeah.
I like both of them a lot.
Yeah,
especially
they're
because
great.
one's a homeschool kid. I thought that was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, and the other one's very Turk-esque.
If she's very, she's like very, but but not in like a derivative way. Just like
Right.
you can see like certain type of people, like if they're into medicine, gravitate towards surgery, and so she definitely, yeah, I really like her a lot. And I probably my favorite addition is going to be Vanessa Bayer, just because.
Yeah, I was just about to say
Oh
she's
my
great.
God.
They're getting there. I think that like the third episode, they really started getting her character better. I think they're gonna, because like they're leading into what she's really good at, which I always think is like that smile dead eye thing that she does. She's so funny at that, and so I think they're gonna really figure her character out as it goes on, because I think she's gonna be a really great addition to fill like that Ted, but also a little bit of Kelso like spot, kind of like. I think that's one. The only thing I'm missing, obviously, is Dr. Janitor.
Yeah.
I think they did say they've got him for an episode.
He's coming
later.
in, and Krista Miller's coming in. So
yeah, well, Kristen Miller, I was like, yeah, again, but they're both on Shrinking, so that doesn't surprise me. He's great on Shrinking, by the way.
I need to watch her.
He plays like he's one of Harrison Ford's patients that eventually Harrison Ford decides that he can't keep coming to him because he thinks he's cured, basically. And so he's like, but I want to. He's like, yeah, I've known that for a while. I just like being your friend. And so he's like, if I don't have to pay you to be my friend anymore, like that's Neil Flynn to Harrison Ford, and they have really great like friendship chemistry on that show. That's a really great show.
Yeah, I need to.
Yeah,
get back into watching it.
I can't decide though, and I think a lot of people are struggling with this. I don't know if I like that JD and Elliot, it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, I was sad about that.
Yeah,
I thought that was sad, but in an interview they mentioned that they always had a tumultuous relationship, and I was like, yeah, I guess that's valid.
Yeah.
And then I also thought it was they made the point that it's interesting that they are in a tough spot when the show starts, and I was like, I agree with that. But then by episode 3, they're fully made up, so it's like, okay, it's not like you needed that then.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna go with like Dr. Cox, and like, is it gonna be kind of like his relationship and like
I wondered that
with
too,
Jordan? Yeah, I wonder if it could go that way. They just have such, I don't know, but maybe it'll add a chance to bring in characters. Maybe they'll bring back Mandy Moore.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
She was
the
really
writers, I think,
that's
are
why
still...
they broke up, because she said that.
Yeah, I remember.
So funny.
The writers seem to still be exploring where they want to take JD and
like they always
Elliot,
did.
but it's in the way of like when the first person starts dating again, how are they going to handle that? So right now they have a good working relationship.
Yeah.
But when we actually see them having relationships, that's where we're going to start to see more based on what the writers said.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, now let's move on to the Oscars.
Jason, what are you wearing tonight? What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a Giants Causeway sweater.
Oh, nice. Justina, did you get that from Walmart?
Speaking of jokes, I think Conan did a solid job. I think a lot of people did predict he would be do some sort of Gladys thing, but they had to.
Yeah, it was a prediction, but it was no problem. It was very well done. So funny.
Good. Good. And then solid jokes.
My favorite bit in that was when in the sentimental value one, because Conan did that thing where he's so serious. I don't know, it just killed me.
I like that they also were in a K-pop Demon Hunter with it. I thought that was well done.
Yeah.
He's great. He's the king. So there's definitely no shortage of great Conan energy in the show. And I love that. So what should we talk about first? The winners or
standout
how
moments.
fucked up we were about that In Memoriam?
Oh, do we want to start crying?
My gosh, that broke me. That was the most brutal In Memoriam in award show history.
Ever.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything worse.
I was telling Jason, the only one that I had ever like remembered was the one when Robin Williams died, when again
yeah.
Billy Crystal came out and said some really nice things.
What? Yeah.
Fucking
But this
The
one
wrong
was
people are dying.
yeah. The music also, like everything about the In Memoriam was insane, but like
Yeah.
Mhm.
the Princess Bride music,
yeah.
Yeah.
That was killing me. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
It killed me when they all walked out.
oh yeah.
When
That
all the
was
people
when
who
I
all
didn't
the
were in
people
these
they
expect
could.
it. Yeah.
I didn't
I'm a-
expect that,
I'm a-
and so I was holding it together enough,
I lost. I
but when they all walked out, I lost it.
Yeah, because what I think got me, because it wasn't clear the way they walked out, what was happening and who was coming out and why.
Mhm.
And because I had also
I
looked away.
recognized a couple
Grace.
of them, so I was like, "Oh no!"
Well, it was when I saw Jerry O'Connell and Will Wheaton. I was like, what
Yeah.
the and then I saw Mandy Patinkin and Carol
Yeah.
Kane, and then I kept seeing them, and I was like, oh my
That,
god.
like John Cusack and
Yeah.
well,
Daphne's the
yeah,
new guy.
I will say my joke in a minute, but I will say that it was Carrie Always. That's what got me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was crying, and he
Yeah.
was right next to Mandy, and he was crying, and that I mean, I was on the turf. I was gonna cry, and it was Carrie for some reason. He let loose, and I lost it when I saw him
It
crying.
was a
I didn't
powerful
catch him
moment.
crying for some reason, but
Yeah.
I did, but I was already crying, so I couldn't see
Yeah.
it well. I lost it when they walked out. It was a very powerful moment, and then
Yeah.
the hits just kept on coming because
Mhm.
they kept honoring people in such a beautiful way.
yeah.
With Rachel McAdams and
Oh Jesus.
and obviously
Barbara
Barbara.
Streisand. Mhm.
Yeah.
and, you know, what
I
they-
knew.
And then for her to sing the way we were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Because they had said that she was coming out, and I figured she was gonna sing it. But it was.
Yeah.
Let's let me go back to Rob Reiner, just because I'd be not being myself if I didn't say Daphne Cisniga can definitely still Melrose my place. She can definitely space my balls,
Yeah.
and she is still someone who could sure my thing.
Yeah.
There it is.
Damn, she still looks good. God. Ugh.
So does John Cusack, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah,
I will,
yeah.
and also I'll go back to the other part I lost it at was I was very happy when they showed Graham Greene because I was glad that
Yes,
he didn't
yes.
get lost in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I
then-
remembered as they brought it up that he's in a movie with Val,
Yeah, with
Kilmer.
Val Kilmer,
And I
and
was
that
waiting
got
for
me.
Val Kilmer, obviously.
yeah.
And so when they showed that, I went, "Yep."
that stretch
And started
that
losing
stretch
it
was
again.
I don't know what the right metaphor to use is that's not disrespectful to this, but that was a stretch of just great actors that we lost, because it was Graham Greene, Val Kilmer. It ended on Robert Redford and had that
Robert
level
Duvall.
of Robert
yeah.
Duvall. It
Duvall.
had that ilk
Uh,
of people
Giants.
in that whole stretch.
Truly.
Well, and it was like it's just Rachel McAdams doing her speech was so good,
Mhm.
and because they were in Morning Glory together,
Mm.
and so like I knew that like you could just feel like it was legitimate, like what she was saying about Diane Keaton, and like I don't think we've talked too much about Diane Keaton passing on the pod, have we?
I don't
really think- I don't think
I
so.
don't know.
Unless it was in passing, I don't remember.
Just
she
like,
was a legend, and Catherine O'Hara
Just
as well.
Catherine
and
O'Hara,
I'm
both
glad
of them,
that
but, like,
they-
Diane, it's one of those where it's like, yes, like Annie Hall and stuff like that, but like the movies that got me in with her were like Baby Boom. That was on cable a lot, and I
Yeah.
watched Baby Boom a lot.
but also just her
yeah,
as a person
yeah, she
is
just seemed
so
like
iconic.
yes, just like
Iconic roles,
Yeah.
but she was just iconic, and
Mhm.
she inspired Ashley Padilla.
I could see that in her performance.
Ashley Padilla was her assistant,
oh
so they had a very close relationship, and she said, I believe she said something to the effect of like the confidence boost she got because Diane Keaton believed she could do it. Just this past year was a rough
Yeah.
year for loss in the film industry, but then also elsewhere around the
Mhm.
globe because we have terrible leaders. It's just a reminder of why we have art to connect us, and to be inspired by these people is a gift, in all honesty. Since Val Kilmer's passing, I've been before shows trying to remember his impact on me. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay, man.
Yeah, it's nothing to apologize for.
No.
And I'd literally, before I do like Friday night show at Magnet, I'll think about, I'll be like, all right, for Val Kilmer, you know, because I don't want to get on a stage and not be authentic, because that was one of the main inspirations I had from him. And a couple weeks ago, somehow when we were just chatting backstage, somebody brought up Val Kilmer. And then someone half jokingly, but also like sincerely, was like, for Val. And then everyone else went, for Val Kilmer. And I was like, yeah. Like,
always.
like, how did this happen? Like, I do that anyway in my mind. But it was just something special that somebody started saying that. And so that's all coming to mind now. And there's so many people who were on that stage tonight who inspired all of us, and people who they were honoring who inspired all of us.
Mm-hmm.
The thing we don't lose is that inspiration, and their work lives on, so their inspiration lives on, and that's the good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was by far the best In Memoriam, because usually what happens, and you always see people in comments of different articles complain about it, there's some musical act on the stage.
Yeah.
And the cameras just keep focusing on that person.
Yeah.
Instead of the actual honorees. And then it just becomes about that instead of what it's supposed to be about.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's also...
But they also kind of rush it.
That's what I was about to say.
They took their time. They let it breathe.
Yeah, they took their time because so often somebody who everybody had heard of, because, you know, there are a lot of behind the scenes people who deserve their due too, but not everyone's heard of them.
Right.
But there's also years where people that are notable weren't in the In Memoriam because they were trying to just stick to time. And so that, I don't know if there's anybody who was left out this year, but it felt like they were pretty comprehensive.
They put something up that said to like go online to see all of the legends who passed this year.
And that's a smart way of supplementing.
That is.
I actually thought that because of how they've done it in the past, when Rachel McAdams came up, I thought she was ending it.
And I was a little like,
I thought she was too, and I'm like, Jesus, there's still Robert Duvall, Robert Redford, Diane Keaton, and Catherine O'Hare.
And I was like Val Kilmer. I was like,
yeah. Oh, I didn't. I thought they'd already showed. Okay, so I didn't realize when they showed Val. Like, yeah,
it was
yeah.
There were
Val
so
was
many
leading into Robert Redford.
That's
just
right.
like right before that.
That's right.
Or Duvall.
Yeah,
I think Duvall was in between.
Well, I mean, it was that stretch though. So.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't have anybody come out and talk about Duvall, but I don't know. Like,
I know they had three.
Yeah,
they had 3 speeches.
Yeah.
Also, Duvall was very old. His contemporaries are not with us, you know, basically.
Yeah, I mean, they could have had Pacino, but
I'm kind of sad that Tom Cruise didn't come out because he's both of those guys. You know, I mean, they were Days of Thunder together.
I was wondering, like the people,
and then obviously, and then Val Kilmer, and then Rob Reiner. You know, like I'm maybe he's got something going on.
Yeah,
well,
because he just got an award and he was there.
And was Corey Feldman there?
No, I think it was only.
It was O'Connell
and Wheaton. I actually I looked it up because I wanted to see who all I couldn't capture, and TV Line had a list under the picture. So it was Michael McKean, Christopher Guest, Jerry O'Connell, Will Wheaton. I was surprised to see Fred Savage, Carrie Elways, Mandy Patinkin, Carol Kane, Meg Ryan, Kiefer Sutherland, Demi Moore, Kevin Pollak, Kathy Bates, Annette Bening.
I didn't see Kathy Bates.
I didn't even see her.
I didn't see. I didn't see Annette.
I saw both. I actually caught both of those because Kathy Bates was the one person not wearing black, so she also stood out a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But after Annette Bening was John Cusack, and then of course Daphne Zuniga.
Yeah.
So that was the list.
Yeah, I would like to. You know what? I'd like to see what Kathy Bates has said about Rob Reiner. Just because I mean they have to be so intertwined. Like to I mean, it's her, as much as I love her, it is still her most iconic role.
Yeah.
Like when she passes away, it'll be, Oscar winner for, for Misery and all the other great. I mean, she's amazing, but like, So I'm glad that she was. I didn't even look if she was there or not. But I was honestly, I saw Carrie Always, and I saw him, and then I saw Jerry O'Connell. For some reason, Jerry O'Connell was very friendly with Christopher Guest. He kept on putting his arm on it, and I was like, well, that's I don't know if Christopher Guest is down with that, Jerry, but Jerry seems like a pretty cool dude.
Well, he put his arms around both of the guys.
Both of them, yeah.
Christopher
And
Guest
I
and
imagine Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton is probably very forthcoming with emotions with Jerry. So, but yeah, that one kind of surprised me. I was like, huh. And then I started thinking about like Christopher Guest hanging out with Jerry O'Connell, and that seemed interesting.
That's like my dream of Ashley Padilla dating James Talarico.
Oh yeah, Justina had a dream.
This is a good segue from the In Memoriam. Yeah.
Tell them about your crazy dream.
What?
Oh yeah, it was a great dream.
Ashley, I want to talk to you about Texas and how we can make it progressively good for all Americans.
She and James.
That was a good Talarico, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah, it was great.
And a good Padilla.
Thanks. I had such a good dream. It was like I loved this dream. Did not want to wake up. They were together and they were America's sweethearts, and it worked very, very well. It was awesome. Like
that's a good dream. It didn't happen to you in the dream.
No. I was neither Ashley nor James. I was just like a lucky witness.
Really
to their
happy
love.
for these crazy kids. Yeah,
it was wonderful.
I don't know what the algorithm is doing to you, Justina.
No, but that is so my algorithm. I'd have to be honest with you, Rob. Like liking whatever James Talarico posts, basically, and then like seeking out Ashley Padilla videos after every SNL episode. So it makes sense.
I think at least like once a week now, I have to go back to Gargoyle. I don't know why Gargoyle is my favorite so far.
Yeah,
it's just like when she's like, it's like
you're shot now.
Yeah, but also. I mean, it's just sidebar. Just, I'm starting to think that.
Oh my God.
Maybe.
I keep saying it. She is
voting
going
for
to
Trump.
She is going to go down in history as one of the all-time great SNL cast members. I am putting my stake in that. I am dying on that.
I don't think I think she's going to be more impactful than Bowen Yang. Like not to diss on him.
Is to say how great she's going to be.
Right.
Yeah. But back to the Oscars.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now let's talk
about
about
is actually starting.
Yeah,
it's the opening bit.
Yeah.
So I missed I got to be honest, I missed the opening bit because what's going on right now is my parents they were supposed to leave today from Minnesota.
But there's a bunch of snow.
Blizzard, and so their flight was canceled, and so we were trying to.
They might
I was
be
trying
there a little bit.
Yeah, they're gonna leave on Tuesday now, but I was trying to finish up dinner and like all this stuff, and I was like, guys, I gotta go watch the Oscars. So, but they were like, oh, okay. So I missed that. I watched the monologue, but I have not seen the bit. But apparently, so you guys were talking about it. So
I mean, it was a great thing where he like put himself in all the movies, but it was it was very fun.
Okay. Very well.
Yeah, without giving away punchlines for you, because it's great. Because there's this one line when he was talking that I'll just briefly describe the makeup job that he had, and he said, I look like Betty Davis with lupus.
It's got to be Gladys. It's got to be Gladys. I mean, how could he not be Gladys?
Right.
I mean,
for wins, I was very happy that Ryan Coogler has an Oscar. I'm glad that we could say Oscar winner Michael B. Jordan.
I cannot believe it.
Yeah. We said at the beginning, good for Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yes, good for him. I just like have an issue with awards being given to people who deserve them for other projects. You know, like Leonardo deserved an Oscar a while back for Revolutionary Road, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
and
then he got it for
Reverend.
Yeah,
Reverend.
Yeah. No, he deserved it for a lot of things. It's hard because
I don't think this though is like.
I don't think The
I
Departed.
think this movie is too good. To me.
To men, yeah, men love this movie. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But
Uh,
I like There Will Be Blood is like the perfect movie to me. It's like the
Oh yeah,
perfect
it is not.
movie.
Yeah, it is interesting.
And so why
Okay,
did
so
that
I
not
see your
sweep,
point.
you
Yeah, I
know?
get your point that if it's not his best movie
Yeah,
out of his
I-
ouvre,
yeah.
and
But
yet he's the one
no,
he
it's
won an
not-
Oscar
well,
for.
It's hard because I mean I'm always gonna like because I've
It's
talked
not
about
Sin of a Woman.
no, it's not cinema,
Yeah.
but obviously like I'm always gonna be like because like the first album was sometimes well it's actually the second album, but like Boogie Nights is always gonna be like my favorite Paul Thomas Anderson movie. It's one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. But I love There Will Be Blood. I love The Master. Like I love
Yeah.
those movies. I respect Phantom Thread. I didn't like it that much. I loved Licorice Pizza. I knew that Licorice Pizza wasn't gonna win, but I loved that movie. This one, when I saw it, I was like, this deserves it because it had the scope, size of like There Will Be Blood in the sense of like huge set pieces.
Mhm.
I thought it was relevant to the times, especially you know right now with ICE in my state. Still, like it was very relevant to me. And then I don't know. I just I don't know. I understand like Sinners was great. Here's my problem with Sinners.
Oh.
I don't think the vampire stuff was that good. I would have rather have just watched like the first half of the movie. Like I loved everything. I think like as a fan of vampire movies, I was like, it wasn't as good for me as I wanted it to be.
I
like
wonder if that's why it got a nomination because it wasn't like super.
yes, it was
vampire movie.
because like to me like the stuff that stuck out to me was like obviously the first hour of that movie is one of the best first hours of a movie I've seen in a long time. Both of them,
totally.
both of One Battle and Sinners. The first hour is unbelievable. I think Sinners just when the vampire stuff started, I was a little disappointed in it because I was like, well, I've seen this before with one From Dusk Till Dawn, and I think they did it better in From Dusk Till Dawn. But I think the acting is great. You know what I mean? Like the acting obviously is better than From Dusk Till Dawn. But to me, it was like there was too much similarities between the two movies to where I was like I was comparing it too much. But that being said, I don't think I've ever seen anybody play twins better than Michael B. Jordan. And there's a lot of really good examples of somebody playing twins. I think Nicolas Cage is great in an adaptation. I think that The Cannibal was great in The Social Network, but a lot of that was digital.
The Cannibal.
Not gonna say his name. Like there's a lot of times where people have played twins. But I think that it was like this is cinematography, this is direction, but like when they hand the cigarette to each other, I could think about that forever.
Yeah.
Like how did they make it look that good?
It's so
Like
perfect.
it's so perfect. And Smoke and Stack are two different people. And like and so that so I think he absolutely deserved it. It's one of those where it's like honestly like you could say it's like Beatles or the Stones, you know what I mean? Like I like both. Like I'm gonna prefer the Beatles, but I still love the Rolling Stones. So I don't know.
Yeah, and back to your point, Justina, just because so again, like Jason said and Rob agreed, and I agree, it's not Pacino winning for Sin of a Woman, where that just wasn't the best performance, but he's getting it finally for The Godfather. This is a case where your best movie may not have come out in the year that was the best movie of the year.
Yeah.
Because he happened to just come against There Will Be Blood the same year. So it just kind of sucked for him.
Or you mean No Country?
I mean, No Country. Yeah, No Country. Yeah. So those two movies were duking it out. And they split. Some won some categories, the other one won others. And they both were great. Just kind of sucked.
I didn't know that it was.
It's actually.
I forgot.
It's kind of actually way more relevant than you think. I don't know. Like I can't. Obviously, There Will Be Blood. It's easy to remember that like Daniel Day-Lewis won for Best Actor, and then Michael B. Jordan winning for Best Actor, but then they lose Picture and Director. It's like eerily similar. Just 19 years later, it's very similar, which is crazy to think that was 19 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
I did not think about that, Rob. That's great.
That's wild.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh yeah, it feels great.
But it's going to be one of those where I think it's like a healthy debate. But I could see why some people like Justina. Did you just not like that? Like, what were the aspects of the story you didn't like about One Battle?
I do not like how they are sexualizing her so much at the beginning.
Yeah,
I
that was one
like,
of the things I didn't.
and a white man did this. And by the way, I like PTA. Great. You know, I don't have anything against him, but I was like, I don't like this. And then I thought Leonardo DiCaprio's character was very weak, like just a weak man. And then, I don't know, Rob, I just didn't like the movie. I could go on it, but I don't want to shit on this movie.
Like after the movie came out, I listened to a podcast with Van Lathan. Do you guys know who he is?
No.
He's in a lot of Ringer podcast stuff. He's also he used to be, but he had a lot of issues with like the fact that like that this Black revolutionary woman, it was less about her being sexualized and more about like the fact that like she ratted on people and like she was the one that was the weak. And I've been thinking about it for like a long time, and I think the point of it was that she was in it for the wrong reasons. And it's like, but you look at like the sisterhood of the Beavers or whatever, like, you know, like those nuns, like they're in it for the right reasons. Obviously, like Regina Hall is in it for the right reasons. And like, there's like, there's like strong characters that like Jungle Pussy and the other characters in it, like they're in it for the right reasons. And I think that her character was complicated because she wanted to be this, she was raised to be this revolutionary, but she also was a narcissist.
Yes.
That, you know, like that liked the attention and liked like, and then she like got off on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why she was attracted to Sean Penn too, because she liked, I don't know, like, but I could see why but I like the fact that there's like stuff that you can like have problems with, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't think anything should be so cookie
easy.
cutter that it doesn't stir your mind that much, like as much as this movie did. So I agree. I mean, I think a lot of it is like an optics thing where it's like, why'd you have to make the Black woman this way?
Yeah.
When in the book it's a white woman, but then it's like if they had done an all white cast, then that would have been the problem, right? Like,
right. I don't know. Yeah.
I wonder what Tiana and I wonder what Regina think, because I haven't heard their thoughts on it, but they're in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, they chose to play those parts,
also,
so
like,
they must have like been cool with it.
But then, like the meta aspect of it is obviously he is a white man married to a Black woman, you know.
Yeah, which is the other thing that like some people are like, well, he doesn't get a pass for getting it wrong.
But is it also because he fetishizes Black women? I don't think it's that. I think it's just because he loves. You know, Maya Rudolph is awesome, and if you can score, take it.
I would imagine that he would have had conversations with Maya.
Yeah. Well, she's involved in a lot of his process. I've listened to interviews with him. Like all his kids, like they're all involved in the like honestly, like they're all involved in it. Yeah.
I'm in a spot where I'm like, is it because is the problem solved by, hey, it's time for Black people to be able to play deeply flawed characters and it not be a reflection of Black people as a whole? Or is it a situation where they've overstepped in a way where it does paint Black people continue to paint Black people in a negative light? And I obviously can't answer that.
Yeah, it's a very fine line, and everyone's going to have their line drawn in a different place. So, you know,
and that's what I wrestled with leaving the theater, where I was like, this was a very well-made movie. It's going to be up there as one of the best of the year. It's going to go up against Sinners. I knew it walking out of the theater, but I also wrestled with that aspect of it.
And I knew that like Sinners didn't have it's still a genre movie, and so genre movies struggle. I mean, it's basically the fish fucking movies, the only one that's had a chance. But like the fact that like Get Out didn't win Best Picture, like that, I mean, that to me was like, it's still hard for horror movies to do that well. But you know, I think we're kind of lucky that we got both the movies this year, and so like I could and I mean, so I've probably, I mean, because One Battle's on HBO, so I've been watching it a lot. Because it's like my new like go-to like watch when I'm gonna fall asleep movie. And so it's just like it's really like there with me, and so I very much, I mean, I still think Benicio del Toro deserved to win.
He was so good. He's just good in everything.
He's really good in everything. Yeah,
I wanted Delroy to win.
I wanted Delroy to win because of
I wanted him to win to Five Bloods.
Yes.
I wanted him to win the part. the part in The Five Bloods that sticks with me is when they're dancing on the dance floor to Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
That still gets to me. Gets to me.
The part where he's talking to camera still gets to me.
Oh yeah, he's
great, and
he's
he's great
good.
in this too.
Yeah, he's all timer. Like, but I would say for best actor, just to go back to Michael B. Jordan, I'm very happy that he's having this evolution in his career, because it's really cool to see someone that can make genre but still have a great performance be respected. And so I think it's really amazing. Like, I did not think he was going to win. And it's not because I just like, well, he's in a horror movie and he's probably not going to win. And people look at him and be like, oh, well, this guy's, a franchise actor, like he's Creed and he was in Black Panther. You know what I mean? But yet people forget he's probably, in my opinion, the greatest Marvel villain. Just
yeah.
I mean, I just
and he
think
had Fruitvale Station before that,
right?
Yeah. Oh, but it's like obviously The Wire.
The Wire, yeah.
The Wire, like, and he was amazing on Friday Night Lights.
My top 5 quarterback.
He was one of your top 5 quarterbacks.
Well, there's a reason, I think, and I love that Tom Cruise went to the Sinners premiere and was giving him love.
Yeah.
I think Tom Cruise is sort of passing the torch to him and Glenn Powell.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I loved that.
Yeah, it's just also, it was great to see Amy Madigan win.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was great. Yeah.
I was rewatching Field of Dreams the other day because I wanted to cry, and yeah, do you want to have a catch? But she's so good in that movie, especially when she does that speech about the books and stuff at the PTA meeting. But like because I keep saying that the Oscars hate horror, but they just gave 2 of the supporting actress and lead actor to horror movies.
Yeah.
So maybe I should stop talking shit about them. But like, yeah, like I can't believe she won.
Yeah, no, I was happy for her. Any other things? Any other wins? Or I don't really know that there are any snubs per se. But anything else to mention to wrap things up?
I think that Autumn winning for cinematography was amazing.
Yes.
Oh, that was so cool.
Yeah,
I women to stand up. Yeah.
I
didn't realize that was the first woman.
I knew that she was the first woman because I'd heard on one of the podcasts I listened to. I knew she was up, and when she won, I kind of thought she was going to win. But
I thought she should have won, but
Yes.
some odds maker guy or a guy who like accurately guesses a lot each year said it was going to be one battle after another, and I was like, it seems like the cinematography should go to Sinners. So I was glad that it did.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad it did. And the fact that she switched between the aspect ratios when they went to IMAX and stuff, and how they did it was really cool. I mean, I think she deserved it for, honestly, like when they're driving down the road and you could see all the cotton fields and you see all the sharecroppers. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. That's like why you watch movies, honestly.
Right.
But I will say the only Oscar that I'm mad about, and it's not because I have a personal stake in it, is that F1 didn't win for best editing. Because my friend Elliot, his wife Chelsea, worked on that movie as an editor, and so so
Fair.
I kind of
So
and also
you
I
knew
just
someone you could support.
but I also just thought that movie was, but the car. Have you guys seen that one yet?
No, but
I've
I
watched-
have seen the music video for
Let me tell you something.
John Mayer, Dave
I know.
Grohl,
I'm gonna tell you something.
Pino.
Okay, it starts off with fucking Brad Pitt is like on a racetrack, and like Shea Wiggum, one of my favorite actors, is like, they're like, "What's Sonny doing?" He's like, "Let Sonny do his thing." Literally, that's verbatim how he says. He's like, "Let Sonny do his thing." He's like smoking a cigarette. It's unbelievable. And then they're playing "Whole Lotta Love" by Led Zeppelin. Fireworks are going off, and it's like, yeah, this is why you go to the movies. Kind of like that was in the edit, but they have a couple car crashes in that movie that are unbelievable. It deserved more Oscars for technical aspects, not best picture of the year, but for technical side of it, just like the technical aspect of Top Gun Maverick. It's as good technical, and so I kind of am a little disappointed it didn't win more stuff because I thought it was unbelievable.
Trey, your final thought?
Yeah. So Coogler, of course, loved that he got the win.
Yeah.
and his really heartfelt speech about,
Yeah.
to his kids about, remember I loved you, when I'm gone
Oh
and then
man,
faded.
yeah. When I'm only a memory was
Yeah.
that was
And the other thing, less emotional, but the other thing that was subtle but cool about that is that it was 2 Avengers who handed him
yes.
the award, and he's the Black Panther director.
Yeah.
So it was
I
a
picked
nice
up on
little
that.
in the family kind of thing.
Yeah. Which
Live
they
action
did a
show.
lot with the awards, which I liked.
Yeah. And the live action short had me laughing because that was the one where it was a tie.
Hi. Yeah.
And the second winner, they cut to Conan when they retracted the mic and turned the lights off on the people, and he just started laughing. It was hilarious to me because it's like he's just laughing at the poor decision to cut off the people because of the time, when it's just that they hadn't gotten as much time as the first winner.
Yeah.
But the producers were just like, let's move along. This is mountain. And so somebody figured out, no, we got to let them finish giving their speech.
Yeah.
And then Conan actually called that out.
Yeah, but then they cut off the Korean dude
Yeah.
for Golden,
Yeah.
which, by the way, was there any doubt? Like, do you think Diane Warren even left the house? She was like, I'm
Right.
not gonna beat Golden.
I was glad it won. I thought it should have gotten more Grammys. One thing I will say again, 2 winners of Oscars. They're so skilled at storytelling, and they cannot figure out how to get multiple people to like get something out.
Year after year after
Like
year.
just go one at a time. I say a line, you say a line, I say a line.
Somebody
you say a
did
line.
that tonight, but I don't remember which award it was because it
It's
wasn't
just
one of the
so
major
many
ones.
don't, and it's like,
Yeah.
guys, you're Oscar winners, and you can't. All right, Justina.
PTA did a good job though.
Yeah.
when he
Oh
talked.
yes.
Yeah.
But he was just like basically, all right, Justina, final word.
I thought it was a great Oscars, new Oscar category. Cool.
Yeah.
Fine.
The
Casting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Conan did an amazing job. I'm so happy that he's going to be lifetime host of the Oscars. I think it's going to be awesome. And yeah, great In Memoriam. I thought it was great. Also, I was very enjoyable experience despite me not having watched a bunch of Oscars or a bunch of movies that had been nominated.
I've actually
Yeah,
watched almost
same.
all. I almost watched all of them this year. I'm very proud of myself.
Oh, nice.
I want to see
Yeah.
Sentimental
Did you watch
Value,
Train
I think.
Dreams, Rob?
I did watch Train Dreams.
Did
I
you like
fell
it?
as- It's almost like a piece of art, like
Yes.
being
Yes.
filmed.
I also felt like I was reading a book, kind of.
Or
Maybe 'cause of the
yeah, it was
narrator.
beautiful, but like I did fall asleep and had to go back and watch the rest of it.
Whoa. But
but-
yeah, I know.
But it's because I watch movies late at night because I have children. So I liked it. I love Joel Edgerton.
Yeah.
I thought it was a beautiful movie,
Same.
looking movie. But yeah,
Very beautiful looking. Didn't need to win an award, but I was like, oh,
No.
I'm really happy that I watched it.
Glad that I was happy I watched it as well.
yeah.
All right,
All right.
and we wrap it up with
If we're gonna wrap it up, I just really want to stress that this was not for the haters, the lunatics, the psychopaths. This is just for normal people. And I'm so glad that Jim Downey's friend, financier, Jeff Epstein was
yeah. Go listen
Jeff-
to
Jeff
Conan
Epstein?
O'Brien Needs a Friend.
Jeff
with
Epstein?
Jim Downey.
the financier. What's going on with him? That is one of the all-time greatest bits. And the fact that Jim Downey was on the Oscars and he was in the Best Picture is great. When the second I saw Jim Downey and I laughed I was laughing because I'm a psychopath and obviously I know who he is in the theater, and I'm laughing my ass off when I saw him, and everyone was like, "What the fuck is?"
I
wrong
wasn't
with this
laughing
guy?"
when I saw him, but I was like, Jim Downey.
Well, he was in There Will Be Blood. I know he was in There Will Be Blood, but still, Jim Downey, guys,
He's a
just
legend.
But
He's a legend.
Jeff Epstein, the financier.
There it is.
Wow, what an episode. We laughed, we cried, we talked about serious things, we talked about ridiculous things. Look, if Justina talking about her dream leads to James Talarico and Ashley Padilla dating, then this podcast has accomplished what it set out to do almost 10 years ago. Matchmake public figures. And they'll have to come on the show if they do that. If they start dating, they must come on the podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at There It Is Pod, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at There It Is, and follow me on Instagram and Threads at Jason Farr Picks. Also subscribe to our comedy lifestyle newsletter and support us if you can. We have a Patreon and a PayPal. Go to thereitispod.com for newsletter and support info. Links in bio. Until next time, be good to each other. It's a moral imperative.
The music for the theme song was created by Neil Brooks. The rap was written and performed by Nick Acevedo. The logo for There It Is was created by Jeff Prater. The There It Is podcast is produced by Jason Farr.